Warzone and MotoGP mix, frankly because nobody else does it and I'm the only one. So yeah, please like and subscribe. I am here today to talk about a couple of things. Obviously we've got a 5-week in the middle and at the start of the 5-week break for MotoGP, so there's no race to review, but what I will be doing is looking at the 2022 rider lineup, especially with Maverick Vinales leaving officially the Yamaha Works team. I will also be looking at the kind of first half of the season and seeing who has done a good job and who needs to do a little bit better. So stay here for that. I'll just set up the stream and I'll be back in about a minute.
A proper warm-up will be deployed soon.
And hello. So yes, it is the 5-week summer break. I think all of us was probably looking at this thinking that it's going to be a pretty awful time. We have got a bit of football. If you like football, I know a lot of Moto GP and actually motorcyclists in general think that football's a bit of a pansy sport. Wow, that was a little bit of a dodgy aim, that. Snapping on. This is an open lobby, so we'll see. But yeah, we've got some football to watch. I personally do like football. I do think they're absolute, fairies really when you look at the kind of MotoGP riders, etc. And yeah, looking at Isle of Man road racing and stuff like that, you see these people kind of, falling over themselves. It does make you a bit angry, and I did used to play as well. So yeah, it makes me probably slightly more angry than most. But yeah, it's going to be a long 5 weeks. But there's still lots to talk about today. The agenda. Don't do that. I don't want to. I want to talk about the 2022 rider lineup, just simply because Maverick Vinales did the kind of impossible really and got out of the second year of his contract with the Yamaha Works squad. I'm a bit low here. Oh no.
Targets in the AO. Enemy soldier incoming.
Got no plates either, which is not ideal. Oh, that was a big bit of lag. Not ceiling, that's fine. Quite happy with that. Trouble when you get pistoled out the sky, you're kind of struggling there in the first bit just to kind of get going. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about the kind of the rider, just because of the Maverick situation. That'll be me, thank you very much. Alright, so I know there's somebody in there. Okay, I don't know where he is. Whoa! Wow, didn't... How did he know I was there? Interesting. And then yeah, just talk about the season in general. So the first half of the season, how it's gone. Let's face it. You know, there's a lot to talk about with Marquez not turning up for the first couple of rounds. We're thinking he might come back and absolutely destroy the rest of the field, and actually, you know, it's been a bit of a kind of get up to full fitness sort of year for Marquez. Lots to about, obviously, with Viñales, Quartararo coming in, Rossi kind of doing what he kind of needs to do, really. So yeah, lots to talk about. But first, there was personally, so it was a bit of a birthday kind of special in the last couple of weeks. If you kind of joined me in the previous sort of streams, let's see where's easiest to go here. Could go there. Where I was going to head anyway, before I got shot out the side. My daughters go to the same school, primary school, and they had some positive tests for COVID, which meant that sadly they had to self-isolate, and it was my eldest daughter's birthday, and yeah, sadly we didn't get to do her birthday.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Why would you land here and then not get this money? Weird. So yeah, we weren't able to do a birthday, therefore this weekend we did that. It was also my youngest son's birthday as well. Yeah, someone knows how to... Ooh, what the... Oh. Couldn't see him. Oh, that's a good start. Didn't see the people that was killing me, which is... I'll tell you what, let's... Just in case we've got the hackers out. Although I haven't seen hackers recently, to be fair. Let's just disable crossplay server with PS4 players, so we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, so we had a birthday a couple of days ago for my youngest son, and then we went to we did my eldest daughter's birthday stuff today. So yeah, it's been a busy weekend. Weather's been pretty rubbish. Not really done a huge amount, kind of other than working and looking after the kids. Really, did get out on my bike a couple of yesterday, just for a quick ride. But yeah, not too bad. I've changed, and I don't know if you can sort of tell the difference. I've been playing with the audio on a PlayStation, and I've got a wireless headset, PlayStation Gold one. I've actually connected it via auxiliary cable into the controller, which is then connected into the PS4, and I'm hoping that will give the audio quality a little bit of a boost. So yeah, hopefully that's making a difference. But that, yeah, personally, sort of that's about it. Bit of a boring time, just waiting for the kids to break up, which is this week. They're kind of in their last week now, or they'll be tomorrow. So they're all kind of excited about that. And obviously, UK sort of COVID restrictions, if you do live in the UK, are starting to kind of be relaxed, and hopefully it'll be all back to normal-ish on Monday the 19th of July. So yeah, hopefully we can have a bit more of a normal summer. And on Warzone, I've been ranking up the C58. I finally got it on the Battle Pass. I've literally yesterday morning just ranked up it to, wow, that's got a lot of recoil. Ranked it up to the silencer, so level 20. So I've put that on, and I'm going to see kind of how it handles that really. I mean, it looks like it absolutely shreds. I think it has taken a slight nerf, but it does look still quite viable. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Few okay placements this week. I've got a few some good kill games, but no wins. Seem to be stuck on 30. Not really kind of got close to a 31st win. So a bit frustrating. But yeah, so let's get into the MotoGP sort of part and the 2022 rider lineup. Now I wanted to focus on this. I did a 2022 rider lineup stream about 3 or 4 weeks ago. To be fair, not a lot has changed, other than what is the main change that has happened, which is the Vinales thing. I've said on stream before, you know, I think that the time that Maverick has spent on the Yamaha, he should be getting much better results and leading that factory Yamaha squad, and he's not doing that. Quartararo has outperformed him pretty much from Qatar 2 race, and I didn't expect there to be a break of contracts, I've got to be honest. I think the Yamaha is probably the best bike on the grid at the moment, and the bike that you'd probably want to be on. So it kind of, for me, doesn't make a huge amount of sense to kind of move away from that bike.
Eliminate all targets in the AR.
But there's obviously
Move to secure.
a
Enemy dropping into the AR.
okay. I definitely heard someone come here. I'll pick up the he's up there. Oh! Okay. Let's go towards the scout. I'm not really seeing people to well at the moment. Don't think he's followed me anyway, so that's good. Not about the kills at the moment, just want to ease myself into a game. I didn't play all of yesterday. I'm still feeling my way into it. Yeah, so I personally feel it's the best bike to be on. So to kind of break when you have got a factory contract is a bit weird, but there is obviously been an issue. Now whether that's come from the management not happy with Viñales's performance, whether it's more down to Maverick just not being happy, obviously being outperformed by his teammates.
New objective identified.
Krig's brilliant gun. Okay, so I can't see anybody at the moment. Excellent. And we have got our loadout money. That's the nearest guy. But that is exactly what I'd do. Okay. I'll take a slightly just longer rotation around. The downside in this season as well is that because ground loot is so good,
I'm still standing.
Loadout drop headed your way.
I'm not convinced there's nobody in here.
into the AO. You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Wow, how did he know I was there? I'm not sure how he knew I was there. Okay. So, yeah, Mavericks, I don't know.
If you survive, you earn your freedom.
It depends on kind of how it goes. Obviously, the kind of big place where everyone thinks he's going to go is Aprilia.
You win this fight and you return to the front line.
People are saying that it probably suits him. Kind of get that.
Soldier. Going back to the front line.
Because there'll be less pressure, etc., etc. I'm not absolutely convinced, to be honest, but wow. So I need this. Oh, I've got the PPSH. I don't think I've got my C58. In fact, I'm pretty sure I haven't got my C58. I'm gonna have to go with a Krig. Did alright though there, to be fair. I'm not too unhappy about my about what happened, and we'll just kind of have to. Whoa, jeez. Yeah, saw him. I saw him. Anybody who thinks the Krig isn't viable. You're wrong. It's as simple as that. Right, let's get over here. Try and get early in. So yeah, where was I? Somebody has already been here. Yeah, where was I? So yeah, people are saying that the Aprilia sort of setup might kind of help Maverick a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, the Aprilia looks relatively good and, you know, potentially ready for a race win, but that sort of thing isn't guaranteed. Isn't guaranteed at all. Now, where did that person go if they dropped in? If he dropped in, where would he have dropped in? Is it somebody there? Is it that guy? He could have picked it up, I guess. Can't see anybody. over here. It's all looking quite quiet. So yeah, we shall see. I mean, it kind of, if that is the case, it does tell you that, you know, Maverick's probably not going to go with a top works team again. You know, that to me sounds like people are
Gas is inbound.
questioning his ability to deal with the pressure. And then you do wonder kind of what
Enemy UAV overhead.
okay, definitely somebody in there, because I saw him go and get tracked in there. I'm wondering if you saw my shadow there, because he doesn't seem to want to come out. Yeah, he did. Right, I need to get to a buy. Hasn't got anything. Okay. I was hoping he'd have a gas mask, but no. Right, let's make the rotation up. Where we got to? Not got too far to go.
Got gas moving in.
Right, head to Ray here. Yeah, certainly the. Whoa!
I'm still standing.
Can't see anybody.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Where's that person? Got people. Oh my goodness. Bake one this way and get out there. There's on no plates at all.
Waypoint marked.
UAV entering the AO.
Right, let's get this.
I'm taking with you. Marking waypoint.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Coordinates marked.
I've gone a bit too close to that. I know.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Move into the centre a little bit more. Take this hill, potentially wait for him to come down. We'll see. But yeah, so Quartararo is obviously at the factory Yamaha. We don't know who he's going to be joined by. I mean, to be fair, I think it will already be signed and sealed that Morbidelli is his teammate. It makes sense. Morbidelli's getting annoyed with the 2019 Yamaha. I think if I came second in the World Championship and was given the same bike and told to go and get on with it, I'd be pretty peeved as well, to be quite honest. It's obviously not going kind of his way at the moment.
Enemy UAV overhead.
So that could come from that buy up there. And he should feel relatively confident that I've then gone. Maybe not. I think this scope, because it's a 4X, I think it gives a glint. So I don't want to kind of... I don't want to kind of zoom in too much. Well, PPSH has got a flashlight on it, so yeah, kind of does make you a bit visible. Whoa. Don't know where he is. Could put the UAV up because he definitely was on UAV. Sod's law, he's gone for a different rotation and I would have burnt it anyway. No. He must have gone right then. He must have. He's not come left. Where is nothing. Right.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Not gonna burn my UAV yet.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Oh, that'll be interesting. I don't need it, so I'm not too fussed. But other people will need it. I still can't see this guy. Let's get...
We need recon here.
UAV entering
Wow,
the
okay.
AO.
So he's going to take... likely take the bike from that. I can see most
Enemy
people
UAV
though,
overhead.
to be fair.
Gas is moving. Be advised, UAV is bingo. RTB for resupply.
Oh wow. So, fair play. That was
Less than 25.
about 222.
Hit us hard that time.
Definitely a sweaty. Okay, that's fair enough. Can't win them all. So yeah, Quartararo, and then Morbidelli, I think, for the factory Yamaha. Dovi has been put forward as potential. I don't believe that is even remotely close to being a possibility. Don't get me wrong. I think Dovi is a really good rider, but I don't think that's what the factory Yamaha squad needs at the moment. I think there's only two strong riders that are similar, have worked together and can develop a bike down that kind of route, and I think Morbidelli would do that with Quartararo. So yeah, I firmly believe that will be released very, very soon, and I'm actually quite surprised that it hasn't been, which does slightly worry me, but I will stick my neck out and say that that's going to be the factory Yamaha squad. Honda's already done, Ducati's already done, Suzuki's done, KTM's done. I'm not going to reiterate those. If you kind of follow MotoGP, you know about those contracts. So yeah, I'm not going to sort of labour the point. And Aprilia is the only other kind of one that on the work squads that haven't got two riders. Now they've got Aleix that is still on the work Yamaha, work Aprilia. You've then got obviously Dovi that has been kind of the expected outcome, really. You know, the Aprilia bike looks good. I believed that Dovi was looking for a competitive bike to come back on, and that he would want to come back. And yeah, the Aprilia kind of looked like a pretty good fit. However, it hasn't happened yet, and he's had plenty of tests. He's not done a wild card, which you might have thought might have been something that would have happened. Because it hasn't happened yet, it kind of makes me think, and obviously this Vinales, leaving Vinales, and he's been linked with the Aprilia, that actually that's kind of what will happen. And that we'll have Aleix and Vinales on the factory Aprilia for next year. Again, I find it really strange that hasn't been like fully kind of confirmed. You know, everybody been told. If it So I do find that a bit strange.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
But
Alright, that's enough fucking
might
about.
just be
Now we do this for real.
trying to make it look like they haven't been talking. Kind of while he's had a contract with Yamaha. I don't know. It feels a bit odd, really, from that point of view. So that's my two kind of picks, really, and expectations. So Yamaha, Morbidelli to get the factory, Yamaha ride, and Aprilia Vinales to get the the Aprilia Works ride. On the independence side, right, I want to get this C58 and start.
Move to the safe zone.
Okay. That's not a bad run, actually. On the independent side, you've got Cassini Honda. So Fabio Giantonio, I think his name is. He has been confirmed in there, which we all expected. I don't think the second rider has been confirmed yet. Bastianini has been sort of rumoured to be potentially going there. It will be a Ducati now, rather than an Aprilia.
Eliminate all targets in the AO. Time's running out. Get to the target area.
That's, if you have any doubt, it's not what I wanted to do. So won't be getting another contract for nearly 2 minutes. Okay, I'll get that. I'll just try and get myself sorted here. It's weird with that bag just moved around. Pretty sure that was a Debbie there. So I didn't want to be carrying down a box round. Bit of cash there as well. I need to start working towards a buy. Definitely need to start working my way to a buy. So I usually go to airport as a start. And if there's a buy kind of one side, I'll tend to go to the other side. So that I can kind of work around one. good. Work around one side, and then kind of move over to the other, on the expectation that you're probably going to need to
Contract failed. Time's up. Enemy UAV overhead.
move. Oh no. Tried the KSP. It is absolute. Well, okay, that's interesting. So there's someone been here. Didn't know you could do that.
Gas is closing in.
Gone out the back. Oh, for God's sake. Got caught on that. That was, the shooting at the start was absolutely garbage, to be fair, so should have died from that. I'll have my loadout mini as well. God, rubbish. Bastianini maybe. Obviously the big one is Patronus, because
You win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done here.
we're going to go this side.
Time to earn your freedom. You gave him a proper sword. Stand by for
That was easy. Now, do I go back towards? 'Cause I know there's money there, and it's kicked me out all this way. Oh God! Right. Try and get on airport roof. Hope. I think he was aiming there, to be fair. So. And that's where I'd go when I was rotating, so this could be a bit dangerous, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. The Patronus squad, so I expect Rossi to, within the summer break, to announce that he is retiring. That will then mean that we have 2 riders that are free in the Patronus squad. So Morbidelli, if he does move to oh God. I'm dead. I'm dead. That was not the play. might as well leave that because that is just going to be a death. God's sake. Didn't even think. Oh, not doing very well today at all. Goodness me. Oh, this is the the gesture. So yeah, so there're going to be 2 Petronas Yamaha seats available. Personally, so I heard that Scott Dixon was being considered just because obviously the results aren't great in Moto2, but the Petronas manager, I forgot his name now. I can't remember his name, but he was talking about Scott Dixon and how he was very impressed with him, setups, etc. And mature. And we have seen people move from Moto2 to MotoGP and be successful, even when they haven't necessarily been absolutely brilliant in the in the Moto2 class. Not winning the championship anyway. Probably you'd expect a rider to be in the top sort of 5 though if they were to be upgraded to the MotoGP squad. So it would be a bit of a risk and a gamble, but because they know him, I kind of expect that to happen. The second one is, interesting. So, Gerloff potentially could be in the frame there. The World Superbike rider that did come in from Morbidelli. We've obviously been able to have a look at how he is. How he performed in the MotoGP sort of grid. I think everyone seemed to be pretty happy with him. I think he did a relatively good job, to be fair, considering he was on Morbidelli's 2019 spec Yamaha M1. First time on MotoGP in a proper. I think he had a wet practice last year when Rossi was off with COVID. So, potentially. I mean, would they want to move him over now? Potentially. It'll be interesting to see what spec he gets. I assume that he would get the 2021 spec. And then, obviously, you'd then have the Scott Dixon getting the 2022 potentially factory spec. Or, maybe Petronas had the 2021 specs. There might not be a huge amount of difference anyway. Okay. So, potentially you might have 2 2021 spec Yamahas and 2 2022s in the factory. Who knows? But yeah, it could be. Bless him. Don't know what he expected me to do there, to be quite honest. I am double threat already as well on this. I've got the Stoner, which is not a bad gun at all. So we're happy with that. try and get up here. Not many people know about getting up here. Can't hear anybody. There's obviously only one place. There it is. Freaks. Good eyes. Good eyes. I was fully expecting to be running back towards me now, so don't want to spend too long here.
Just inbound.
It looks like he's gone.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Good, that's interesting. So he's gone to the storage one.
The enemy lost track of you. You're safe.
And that did go yellow just before. So I think he was going away. But he wanted some money out of there.
Enemy UAV overhead.
See if we can go up here. Is there any money on the top? Sometimes there is. So yeah, it'd be. I don't really know which way Patronus will go. You know, I don't know if they'll go girl off. I haven't kind of got the inside track on whether people within the Patronus squad kind of rate him, you know, really, really highly, or think he did an okay job.
Tagging enemy
Where
vehicle.
he's gonna go. That's 998. Brilliant. There's no money around here.
Loadout drop heading your way.
So he was under there. Oh. I don't know where this guy is. I'm assuming he's gone underneath there. It's the only thing I can think. The only thing I can think is he's gone underneath. But I would, if I had to put money on it, I can't believe there's some money there. Right, lots of money there. Ooh. Okay, there's two there. What's the betting? He comes from underneath there.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Definitely someone's been there. That's a dangerous place though, if there's somebody down there. Goodness. Oh! Wow. Wow. Oh, can't believe it. And now that's going to be right at the end, and there's no way I can get that. It's going to...
Welcome to the Gulag. If you survive, you earn your freedom.
Okay.
Pay attention, you'll be out there soon.
You've then
You're
got
up
Tech
next, mate.
3.
Get ready.
So yeah, I expect Dixon to be up. You've also got Fernandez that potentially could be up there. I personally think Fernandez will stay in Moto 2 for another year.
Listen up, soldier. Win here and you return
Potentially
to the front line.
potentially Vierge as well.
Time to earn your freedom, soldier.
Time to get back on.
Going back to the front line. You've earned it.
I personally think that Gerloff will probably get the
Losing ground.
or Fernandez if they can kind of fly him out. So yeah, like I thought, no chance of getting that. And we've got to do a full reset. So let's see, where's... Okay,
Scavenger contract located.
could be a full reset there.
Scavenger contract located. Scavenger contract located.
Which one's the safest? Probably this electric one, to be fair. And so then Tech 3, we've got Remy Gardner going up for Moto 2.
Enemy UAV overhead. Supply box located. Move to secure.
Try and get over to here really quickly. There's Diamatti there. Diamattis are pretty good. Like somebody... Oh! What are you doing on the...
Bailey's a proper teacher.
What are you doing there? Can't believe we ran past him. Didn't realise. So you got Remy Gardner. You potentially got Fernandez, who, if he does get an offer from Petronas Yamaha, could be given the Moto GP Tech 3 ride to keep him happy. I don't really know much about Fernandez, to be honest, so I don't know what sort of person he is, whether he would chase the United GP ride. I'll be happy that he will get it the year after. I think potentially it would help him to stay in Moto 2 for another season. You know, potentially he could be coming out there as the Moto 2 Championship winner as well in 2022. So, you know, there might be sort of sort of scope there to sort of yeah, stay in there. It depends on his personality and what he thinks that he can do. I mean, he obviously is a fantastic rider, so potentially you get it Fernandez and but there's then a kind of ride there. Obviously you've got Petrucci and Michael Lecona who are in there already. I could see potentially Petrucci staying. Lecona, I think, has probably not done enough to keep his place. Not that Petrucci has been really much better, but you know, you kind of think that he's got this year to kind of get used to it, and then next year hopefully we'll see some improvement in results. LCR, Honda, Marquez and Nakagami are locked in, and Nakagami has got a long-term HRC contract. It's not been confirmed that he will be at LCR, but definitely expect him to be there. Pramac Ducati, they've been sorted, Zarco and Martin, for some time now. And then you've got the VR46 squad. So you've got Marini, Luca Marini, who will obviously be Ducatis. You've got Luca Marini, and then one other, potentially got Bezzecchi coming up from Moto2. There was obviously talk of Rossi being asked by the Saudi Prince to be in there. I don't believe that that's going to be the case. You know, I've not really heard a huge amount for that. So, yeah, we'll have to see kind of where it is, but it's looking very sort of, yeah, we know most of the riders now, which is, you know, great from their point of view. And I think it just shows that, you know, people want to get things done relatively quickly these days, not wait and wait. So that's the 2022 lineups. Interesting. I think Viñales, you know, hopefully it works out for him. I don't think he'll be in any better position, to be quite honest.
Closing on your position. Suggest you get moving.
NC marked. Prep for jump.
But yeah, I hope it does work out. I don't think he's a top factory rider. And Aprilia just might suit him for having less pressure. Yeah, that's what I think will happen in the 2022 rider lineups. And only a few more places to be sorted. Now, you know, wanted to just go through the first half of this year. So, you know, we have had a lot going on with. I talked about Marquez coming back, and you know, we're kind of not knowing really whether he'd be coming back, potentially championship contender. Just
dropping into the AR.
no, well, strange place to drop that. Kind of moved up to the area I want to be in, so oh, that's good. That's a good. Don't mind that at all. So yeah, we had a fantastic first 8 or 9 races. I don't even know actually if it's 8 or 9 races. Wish I had a daddy here.
ground.
I've nearly got. Don't like this one, I don't know where they are. There's a deadie there, so unlikely to be deadied. That's perfect. I do like the Milano longer range setups. Just worries me where this guy's gone.
Enemy UAV overhead.
That's not gone anywhere.
Got a loadout drop inbound.
Right, let's see. Got nothing there. I think we're good.
Enemy UAV overhead.
No, I haven't got enough for a UAV, so let's see what we get here. Okay. Right, where shall we go? Quite quiet so far. Let's move. I did see someone glitching in that wall. That one there.
Marking waypoint.
The other day. Which is a bit of a weird one. They had the most wanted on.
Enemy UAV
And I
overhead.
couldn't find them, and then just got shot through the wall. Luckily got away. You got to be something special if you're glitching into things like
Enemy
that.
UAV overhead.
Don't know where he is.
Enemy UAV overhead. Loadout drop headed your way. Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
There he is. Why Why did I shoot? Just a stupid shoot off that was. Oh. So yeah, we've had a huge amount of sort of action in the first few rounds. Cantararo obviously leading the championship and looking, to be fair, like he's gonna go on and win it this year. The Yamaha looks very strong everywhere, especially in his hands. It hasn't done in Vinales' hands, but it has done in Cantararo's. So if he hadn't have had the arm pump in Jerez, I think he'd have been quite easily won that race.
You're up, soldier. Now go sort this.
Oh.
Got roughed up in there.
Let's try again. In Catalunya, he had obviously the issue with his leathers, where he didn't seem to have the pace to run with Oliveira, but potentially could have got a second or a third there, where I think he got demoted to about, I want to say, 4th or 6th, I think it was. I think he got the podium, but then he, if I remember rightly, he got the time penalty that took him behind Miller, who Miller got the podium, who was then in 4th, and then got moved back behind another 2 riders. I think it was Mir and Zarco, if I remember rightly, but maybe not. So yeah, Cantararo looks in control of the championship. He's got healthy advantage over Zarco, who's second, and he's probably been the sort of surprise really. Zarco's been really consistent. He's got a lot of seconds, but he's been there or thereabouts, not done really many mistakes. So yeah, he's done a really sort of top job, and after the obviously KTM factory ride going a bit awry with him, I think he's done so well to kind of come back from that, and put in some good results. Where you always knew when he was on the Tech 3 Yamaha, he looked so good, and he probably just made a couple of mistakes from a career perspective, but look at him, he's come out the other side, and he really sort of seems to have a nice sort of place to be in the Pramac garage. Bagnaia third, which is credit to him really. He's had a few, obviously Mugello, he crashed out on the first lap. I think it was the first lap, trying to chase Cantararo. Or actually he was ahead at that point in time, but yeah, pushing, and obviously after the death we had in Moto 3, being sort of said on the grid, affected him, which I think fair play. If it affects you, it affects you more than the other riders. There's no shame in that. Obviously, I think he had some. It was kind of quite friendly with him, and we all react in different ways. So. Affected him, and he's been there and thereabouts. He's had a few sort of lower positions, Catalunya being one, I think. I think Jerez he did no, I think he got second in Jerez. He didn't. He had a couple where he's just been kind of like at the lower end of the top 10, but he's been relatively good on he hasn't had that factory sort of experience before, so he's just going to get better and better. And he's been given a new he's been given the 1 year extension as well quite early in it, so he can focus on just learning the tracks with learning the data with the engineers. So yeah, I think he's been really good and actually one to watch for the future. He's going to get better and better in my eyes. Mir then, who's the 5th, who really hasn't kind of been anywhere really near the front. He's not been sort of challenging for wins, certainly.
Battle Royale. Avoid the gas. Get to the
Train
safe
station for the last one.
There's the DZ.
But he's still there in 5th. Now, I don't think he's got a chance of the championship, to be fair. I think the Suzuki is struggling to stay with the rest of the rides, and certainly the kind of rear ride height, where they're the only ones that haven't got the ride height device, especially when you can use it on going into the straights, etc. It's been said to be costing them .3 4.4 a lap, which is a hell of a lot, and it's the difference. There's a difference between a, a good solid performance on qualifying or not, and that is what's hurting the Suzuki guys. They've had such good pace, but they haven't been able to use it because they've been stuck behind people. Really could do with a really could do with a Betty here, but I'm just going to creep through here. I assume he's then come up here. Can't hear any crates. Can't hear anybody, can't see anybody. I think that's a Krig on the floor as well, which I'd like to go and get. What a father.
Gas inbound.
No, we know who got all the money. Oh, yeah. Heartbeat sensor, of course he did. I didn't think he'd gone kind of round there and up the rubbish games today. I haven't had any sort of good games at all. So yeah, Mir's done a fantastic job to keep himself into contention, but I just don't think he's going to be there. So fourth, fifth is Miller. Been really impressed with Miller. Ducati just haven't had the speed in certain rounds, but he's kind of kept at it, and he's been pretty consistent. You know, he's brought the bike home in most cases. It was a shame at Assen. He said he just had a bit of a lapse in concentration.
You're up, soldier. Now go sort this fucker out.
That was so lucky. I just pre-fired basically and just hoped, and he did. Walked into it. Right, where are we? I'm going to go back to our old hunting grounds here, aren't we? Let's try and get a hospital. See if we can build ourselves up from here. So, yeah, I've been really impressed with him. He's generally brought the bike home, and you know, he did have a lapse at Assen, reading kind of what was said. Reading what was said, he admitted it was his fault, which I think's a really good thing to do. It means that he's, you know, taking responsibility for kind of his mistakes and the expectations of the team. Nice. Cool. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. You know, and that I like that. He's generally brought it home though. Even when, you know, and you kind of always think with kind of Miller, or you know, there's a few others where you just think, you know, Rins, that he'd rather get a non-score but go for the win, which is not how you win championships. In fact, it's not even how you say more.
Contract update. New objective identified. Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Primary objective accomplished. All supply boxes found. X-Bill's on station. Get to the LZ.
The only downside with this sea
Enemy UAV overhead.
is the small mag size.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
But it also doesn't have a silencer, so that's why I wouldn't have used it. Now this is a bit of a risky one as well. This is a bit of a risky one. One, because it is a bit up in the open. But two, I'm not going to do it.
Helo is in position for your deposit. Bag set.
Oh, you...
Learn from the lot. Failure's a proper teacher.
Which the amount of people I actually died to in this game, which I didn't even know were there, it was probably about all of them. Other than that guy at the airport, unbelievable. Awful games. Awful games. Well, that's how it sometimes is. I'll just have a look at the... Oh, I don't think I haven't even got another... I haven't even got another level on my C58. Oh, it's fucking gallow. Is it a gallow? Looks like a gallow. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, that's the Warzone stuff out of the way. Really poor today. But you know, sometimes it goes like that. I'm not the best player. But yeah, just going down, and obviously Vinales, he's in sixth. Don't really kind of need to go through kind of his sort of foibles and toils over the last few months. Oliveira, they think scored a point, or scored very little points in the first sort of 4 races, and then since then has been pretty much the sort of top rider. What KTM have done with the frame has been nothing short of staggering, to be quite honest. It's so impressive to turn that kind of machining around, and that type of technological kind of breakthrough, and for it to work as well as it has done, has been outstanding. Olivier has obviously benefited from it the most, but you can see throughout the KTM riders, they have all got better since that sort of frame has been made available to them. So a fair play to KTM, and just shows you the if you've got the resource and dedication, then you can make changes that quickly. Don't know if the other guys, obviously because of the trace frame, does make it a little bit easier, but certainly from a technological point of view, they've done sort of wonders from the start of the year, where they were really struggling with the hard asymmetric tyre, to what they've got now. Brilliant. Aleix Espargaro, I think 8th. Aleix, and just consistency. I don't think he's been. I think they've been 6th, which is the best sort of result. He's just been there or thereabouts. I have talked about Aprilia and kind of like the next thing that they need to do to get that win, and whether it is to replace Aleix. He's done a brilliant job up to now. If he, they have now got Vinales, we think, that's going to come in next year. Will he be the sort of key? I think he'll do well every now and again on the bike. So they probably will get kind of closer to the front in certain circumstances. Is he the right rider to kind of get consistent sort of top 5s, top 3s? Not in my opinion, but we can always sort of see how it goes. I hope I'm wrong on that. Brad Binder 9th, who again, like Olivier, really struggled to start with, but since the frame has come really well, and they've got the head around it. I know Olivier says that it's not just the frame. They've been able to kind of work on it. I still think a lot of it is the frame, but because it's made it easier to ride, it just gives you confidence. You don't need to push as much. You can sort of work the tyre when it's needed, and there's no question that things have changed on that. So again, fair play to KTM. And Marc Marquez, top 10. He's that's without 50 points that he could have had in the first 2 races. Came back in Portimao, I think he finished 7th. Absolutely fantastic. He was even kind of up in the top sort of 3 or 4 in free practices. Struggled in normal circumstances, so around the normal tracks. Obviously went to Sachsenring and won. Everyone saw the emotion there. It was phenomenal, really. And I'm so pleased that he's been able to kind of get where on the top step again. He needs to sort of keep his fitness going, up. And really it's just kind of setting himself up for next year. Don't do anything too crazy. Get yourself, and to be fair, he's been pushing. He has been pushing. He came off at Jerez. The high side it was Assen the last race. I mean, that could have quite easily broken a few bones and stuff. He is going for it. But there is bike work to do there for Marc Marquez. And then who's kind of done well and who's not. You've got to sort of signal out. Morbidelli has not done probably well enough. He obviously did something just before the Le Mans round to his knee that has probably hampered him. He's obviously on the 2019 spec bike, so it is really struggling on the straights, and he's having to try and make it up in the corners, and you just can't make that much up in the corners, however good the Yamaha chassis is. But he needs to be getting as good a results as he can do with the challenges that he's got. Yamaha know, and I'm absolutely convinced that he'll be in the factory Yamaha squad with a factory Yamaha next year. So that this one season where it's not gone well for him and he's lost a bit of motivation and probably a bit of focus, he will get, and he will need that back next year. And Rossi, he came into the season optimistic. He's 42 years old. I mean, the fact that he's still on the MotoGP grid is just astounding. It's a minor miracle every time he kind of gets out on a free practice in MotoGP, and isn't last, to be quite frank. But he's now there's better riders out there. Probably not from a financial point of view, but there are better riders out there now. So Valley, you are a legend. Certainly one of the top 2-3 riders in the world ever. A lot of people think the greatest of all time, and it's hard to say anything different. But it is time to hang up your leathers, hang up your gloves, and bring these kind of new guys forward, because the work he is doing with the VR46 is brilliant, and a credit to him, and he needs to carry on with that. But it is now time to pass on the baton. But yeah, sad as it is. Petrucci, I'd have thought, would have done better, although KTM obviously did struggle to start with. He is a big guy, and he just needs to kind of get that KTM sort of set up for his riding style, and so he can get as close into the bike as he can. And then out of the rookies, Bastianini has been sort of okay. I think Jorge Martin has been the sort of standout really for me. Showed real sort of speed, I think, in Qatar 2. Obviously had that massive accident at Portimao where he's kind of missed a few races, and he's come back and he's been consistent. He's been up there but not pushing it too much, which is exactly what you kind of want. He's not in the championship race, don't worry about it. Get yourself fit, get yourself learning the MotoGP bikes at the MotoGP races and racetracks, and come back next year better for it. So glad he's back, glad he was able to get over those horrific injuries at Portimao, and he's done a fantastic job, and I think he's the sort of standout person. Alex Marquez I'd have liked a little bit more from, and Nakagami I'd have liked a little bit more from. Nakagami has shown speed, unbelievable speed in warm-up and in practice, but he's just not been able to do it in qualifying or the race generally, and he needs to kind of show now that he should be in MotoGP. He deserves that HRC contract, and that he's going to be sort of pushing for the front. But I just don't think he is. I think he's a very good rider, but I don't think he's got that cutting edge that you need at the real top level. So yeah, that's the kind of, and obviously Rins, with all the sort of crashes and stuff that he's had, driving into the back of cycling into the back of a Dorna van in Catalonia, but the day before free practice one. Not ideal, especially when you're kind of under pressure. I like the way he rides. I think he's a good rider, but you need to deliver at this level. It's as simple as that. So he needs to do better, and I'm sure he's kind of understands that. He has got a contract for next year, so that's all locked and loaded. So no pressure, but he will be under immense personal pressure, because if I had crashed as many times as he had, I would be disappointed in myself too. So and I'm a rubbish rider, no way near, not even on the same planet as these guys, but that's why we love them. So next week I am not going to be streaming. I am going to have a week off, but I'll be back the week after. Not decided on what. Probably going through the latest news and views, seeing what's going on. We'll probably have a look at the future rounds, what it looks like, what we could see sort of play out in the season. And just get excited about the second half of the season that comes up. I think something like August the 8th, is it? Yeah, I think it's August the 8th, the first race. So it feels like a long way off. It is a long way off, but fair play to the guys and girls that make sure that this sport happens every week, or every other week in the race season. They don't get to see a lot of the families, and especially with COVID and all the protocols that they have to do. Fair play to them, and good on Dorna for making sure that they get to see the families for a few weeks in the middle of the season. So hang on in there, and we'll be back seeing the racing soon. But that's all. It's been Pinpoint UK. Sorry we haven't been playing very well on the Warzone, but I hope you enjoyed the talk, and I hope you'll join me again. Like, subscribe, and see you soon.